my mods. Because, I mean, I feel like I'm probably going to get 3 to 4 billion views on the VOD of that last game, right? People are going to be hankering for this one. Absolutely hankering for it. I feel like I should use the word hankering more often. I feel like it's fallen out of my lexicon. I've not seen the Tom Muffin video, no. Is it a banger? Obviously, of course, Slock. You're right. It's actually crazy for me to even question it. Alright, let me just rename this VOD. That was a game of Overwatch for sure. Virtus Pro versus Sakura. It's uploading now. I don't know if my mouse is stuck or something. Guys, don't hanker each other. You know what that reminds me of? So, we were talking about, you know, me having to prove I'm not a scammer, right? To prove a negative. I used to work for this place. Cheers, Frankie. Thanks for throwing the coins at me. So I used to work for this place, right? It was just like a shitty call center job in between jobs. Whoa! Thank you, Brooklyn Banana. Thank you for the gifted. Very grateful. Thank you very much. Oh, people have been so generous this weekend. Oh, a little train as well. Thank you very much. What was I saying? All right, so... So, I used to work in this place. It was a call center that provided support for blinds. It was a blinds company and, like, you could have phone support and stuff, right? So, in the morning, right? In the morning, my fiance, she drops me off at work. No problem. Before I go inside to start work, we both smoked at the time, so we have a cigarette before we go in, right? No problem. Small car park, it's not like a huge office or anything. But yeah, have a cigarette, go inside, right? And then I sit down at my desk, I'm setting everything up, right? And then, like, the manager of the office wants to talk to me. Not even, like, my line manager, but, like, the manager of the office is like, oh, can I just talk to you out back a second? And I was like, okay. Go out back, talk to this guy, and he was like, if you ever do that again, you're fired. And I was like, I mean, I wasn't smiling at the time. I was taken back. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what are we talking about here? What have I done? And I was trying to think, like, oh, have I fucked up somebody's order so bad? What have I done? What have I done? And he was like, you know, it's a pretty hostile way to start a conversation. This was all happening at like 7:30 in the morning as well. Like, one of my first interactions of the day. It's like, if you ever do that again, that'll be it. You'll be fired immediately. I was like, what are we talking about? And he was like, you were smoking weed in the car park before you came in. I was like, I wasn't smoking weed in the car park. I was like, if I was smoking weed in the car park, surely I'd smell of weed, right? Come on, it's a small car park. You would have 100% smelt it, right? Like, but in my head, I'm like, don't try to sound like you don't know too much about weed, right? Try to not sound like you know too much about it. Because I was like, 100% we didn't smoke weed, right? Just had a cigarette. I mean, when I smoke rollies, so, you know, I guess. I wasn't smoking weed in the car park. So I just had that look about me, I guess. Because also, you know what the crazy thing is? You know who it's really insulting to? The idea that my fiance would come and drop me off, smoke a fucking joint, and then drive herself home. Right? So they were like... So I was like, I promise you, you know, there's 0% chance. I said the thing about my fiance as well. I was like, we weren't. It was just a cigarette. It was just a cigarette. There was nothing else. But they wouldn't accept it. Oh, they wouldn't accept it. And they were like, if it happens again, you're fired. Unbelievable. Anyway, the game is on. Twisted Minds versus Team Peps here. It's going to be Venture banned from Twisted Minds. A hero we've seen quite a bit in this map. Yeah, it's exactly that, but it's exactly that. But we're going to be banning Venture here. We've seen had a lot of success here. Instead, we're going to Torb Sojourn, which I think a lot of people are leaning to. Maybe also worth noting that TVNT is in the starting lineup. First time we're seeing him for Twisted Minds this season, if I'm not mistaken. At least in the OWCS regular season. Holding on to the point here, Team Pep. Zodiac's going to get not too much out of that first rail, but use the disruptor shot to kill the turret. Now they're trying to work in. Look at the aggressive angle Quartz has right now. Boop as well, trying to force Ice off. And Twisted Minds have actually forced the flip out of this. Team Pep's going to be pretty gutted about that, honestly, to give the flip when they had all these angles. Now the speed ring back to try and clear the point. Twisted Minds take a back set, but Quartz finds the pick. Trade for trade, but Quartz is good for 2 in all of this. Ice still trying to anchor the point right now, but needs so much help. TVNT's going to fly onto the Juno, try and separate some of that healing. Even kills for healing, and that allows Astro to finish the kill onto Brahmatra as well. And Twisted Minds, quick retake there after their start. And Quartz is good for more. He's came to play today, we asked. Twisted Minds, 0-2 right now in the regular season. Can they respond? And the answer might just be yes. Ray up for Zerion. Worth noting in this sort of Kiri Lucio versus Juno Lucio backline, for Ray beats the Kitsune Rush normally when used on top of each other, but Molten Core can interrupt with that a lot, but probably going to be all about these overclocks to start with. Quartz is pressing that button already. D-peak now from Peps. They're going to try and get back inside. They get back inside. Quartz looking for more, but only a body shot. They've got a bit of separation here. Oh, they found the kills on the flank. FD God and Zodiac will be isolated. Ray came out from Zerion as well, so they're trying to complete this push, but Twisted Minds, they got the kill. They get out of dodge. They completely kite the Ray. Poor support up there from Peps down the pisser. And Twisted Minds remain in complete control of this choke. Regroup now for Peps, a chance to push again. They'll probably start with their own overclock, but honestly, Twisted Minds, they could just take this fight. They've got double support ult to layer on top of it. There we go. Kitsune rush aggressively for an irony in response to this. FD God has the beat. The beat will go off. Astra will match the beat. Molten Core from Ken comes out. Psycho can't respond, though. It's a 4-4-4 trade, though. No more ults to come because Psycho's respawning right now. And Team Peps, they flipped to the point during all of this. They've got the flip. They're going to slow it down here, Twisted Minds. They have the Molten Core, but Ice has the Annihilation. But Molten Core's pretty good against the Annihilation, honestly. If they're trying to walk on you, just drop it on your feet. And Quartz is good for another opening pick. Here they come right now. Molten Core on point to force it. FD God is forced out. Looking for more right now. Doesn't quite have a rail, but he's going to have one soon. Quartz, body shot, 1 HP. The Disruptor shot, Zerion survives. Little bit of a wave from Quartz. He's come to finish the job right now. TVNT has fallen off the map. FD God is trying to find the trades. But Quartz has started with a bang right now.
Thanks for the help.
And it's going to be a desperate touch, if they can even do it. I think it's only Zerion who's closest. Yeah, they can't touch. And Twisted Minds start strong.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
All right. And okay, let me, the Ana ban in response from Peps is a little bit weird here, because it's the second ban. What were Peps hoping to take away in all of this, right? I mean, in reality, do both teams maybe just want to play the same comps, and therefore, this is just like the testing ground, right? For which one of us is good at this comp? Which one has the advantage in the mirror? Give it a crack. Thank you, no idea for the bits. SOS. Alright, another fight. Diva mirroring this time from Ice. A hero Ice is pretty good at as well. Ice has been impressive so far in some of, well, in their first opening game and also in the open qualifiers. Turrets will both go down right now. Zodiac has a rail. Certainly, Quartz has had the better of the opening Sojourn duel in that first round. Multiple opening picks. But Zodiac here, Psycho should get caught in that Disruptor shot. Not a headshot, but Zodiac will take it. Player advantage right now, but Zodiac will get traded. Flying through. Thank you again, no idea. They get the flip out of this pick here, Peps. And they do have to de-peek a little bit now. And Astro's going to start forcing point already. They're not keen not to give this up. Twisted Minds straight back onto it. They catch Ken isolated. And Team Peps, they're still trying to stabilize on coast. Ken has been hung out to dry right now. And now TM looking to see if they can get any more stagger kills right now. Quartz has a rail in hand. And that has been a problem so far for, well, basically anyone who's ever played against Quartz. Ult's coming up right now. Irony has a quicker Kitsune rush. Quartz will be forced to slide. Needs a bit of pocket right now. Needs a bit of pocket. There we go. Disengage, though. Nearly good from Peps, but Ice gets caught at the last moment. So now, probably a jump off from Ice here for a quick reset. Maybe even just a reset in spawn. Yeah. Reset in spawn. Back on the Diva. Self-destruct, pretty disposable ult. Nice to have, but if it's gone, you know? Work around it. Another retake attempt from Peps now, and they have Kitsune rush advantage. Quartz has the overclock early. They're going to try and go bridge again right now. Zirion's going to be trying to walk up. Kitsune rush round the corner. They take the turret down as they go. Quartz responded with his overclock. Suzu and disengage here, and they turn onto the flank. A few times now, Ken has been trying to get in the flank right now, but Twister's Minds have absolutely crushed down every attempt he's gone for with this one. Quartz begging Zodial to peek, looking for the chance, but doesn't hit the shot. And Peps are forced back into spawn one more time. Astro has beat advantage here. FD God is still 10% short. Ken has the Molten Core. Obviously, Diva Matrix can eat a lot of that, so it's going to be overclock they start with. Full Matrix used. Beat response now. FD God still doesn't quite have it. Team Peps trying to play the push and pull. Ken's in too deep, and Ken gets caught again at the boot. Oh, Zodial just about presses the anti-gravity button, and Astro's got Common shoes. He's managed to find the trade in all of this, Ken. It's a scrappy fight, and Peps find themselves getting back on point. How did Astro die in that situation? How did Zodial deny gravity? Kitsune rush response now from Irony, but the turret's going to go down. Only self-destruct on the point, forces everyone to deep peek, but Zirion, he gets caught by it. Now Zodial was in big trouble. Only Lucio Pocket to try and save him out of this, and the Pocket won't even be there. TVNT cleaning everything up. They've secured point. They'll get the flip right now. Team Peps going to have to play for a desperate touch, but can they even get a desperate touch? TVNT, a little boop off the map. Eyes can get back on, but they can't get the touch. Ken was going for it, but difficult on tour, right? Little legs, long distance, and TM with a commanding first point. All right, should we look at, get the numbers up out of respect? Where am I going? Here, here, here. Why the fuck are Peps not on Hazard? I don't know. Is it even... Would it not have just been a sim swap though? And then the Hazard feels really awkward? I feel like there's this situation where people have found the Hazard counter and all of a sudden no one has even remembered the heroes exist now, you know? You get caught on sim? Maybe. I mean, I guess the question is, you might have a better answer or better knowledge for this on me, Shockwave. Is the Torb enough on its own? Like, in terms of, is the Torb enough on its own to just, like, make the Hazard's life too hard? Because it feels like people are so reluctant to go to Hazard in any situation now. Like, even when we were watching Hitori a bit, like, in Sakura against you guys, there was a point where I was like, is it not just maybe back on to go at a certain point, right? Ball Sim Torby can't go on anyone. Well, I thought, yeah, against the Sig, I was like, Winston, maybe even the, like, either Ball or even Hazard back on. Where am I going? Sorry. Matches. EMEA, OWCS. Ongoing. Upcoming. Yeah, there we go. I found it, guys. Irony 0 deaths. Quartz 0 deaths. Yeah, felt that way. Felt that way. Quartz top damage. It'll be a Rhyme meta next week. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone is... because everything happened so last minute in terms of, like, the comp changes or, like, people getting onto this, like, Torb sim wave. Is what happens is everyone has just been lost in the source, you know? Just been lost in the source of what heroes to play. So it feels absolutely chaotic right now. I think that's part of the reason we see Sakura in this situation where they end up mirroring Virtus Pro when it feels like there's got to be a better solution somewhere in there, you know? All right. Team are back. Decent first map there. Ken looking a little bit weak on the Torb. I don't know if in terms of mechanics or anything, but just caught out on repeat by the Diva. We saw a lot of Torb flank value, maybe particularly from like Alcadzia and Checkmate yesterday. But Ken getting caught on all of these ones. On Lijiang Tower, when you flank, you end up actually quite split from the rest of your team. Like, it's quite a solo effort there. But so where are we going now? Peps pick. Probably want to do something, something to interrupt Quartz, really. Let me think. Every map available. You probably don't want to go... What's best for Ice here? The problem is, it's like, pick Saravasa. Oh, maybe I missed it. Maybe they could just ban Sojin and then just try and force like some of a Simtorb or something, but feels like it's not a great matchup for Ken either, honestly. But they are certainly losing the Sojin battle quite hard. Like, they're losing that quite hard. Did I ever eat the cheese? The fucking cheese. No, Tulao. It's a you submit the roster first and then do it, and then the bans come in. So, oh, this is nice. Honestly, if you saw Uncoachable, I mentioned it on Uncoachable. If you're a Patreon head, talked about adding it. I messaged Blizzard as well and said it would be good, and it's in. What a quick turnaround that is. What a quick turnaround. Alright, so Peps are going to ban Mauga. Was TV&T still in? Oh yeah, TV&T still in. So, I don't know. I really expect him to play Mauga here. So Quartz is going to be untouched, and we're just going to get more of the same mirror.
Initial flashpoint. Mark it.
Yeah, I don't know what the Mauga ban is. I don't know what they're worried about protecting, because TV&T and Ice probably have a pretty similar hero pool, right? So the tank ban is kind of like both teams, unless you want to ban out a specific tank, like ban D.Va to try and force a hazard or something, but I don't know. But yeah, it feels like just like touching Quartz in some way would have been the solution. Now though, Twisted Mind's on the high ground early. TV&T has just lost his mech though. I guess it's unfortunately, it's our first no-hand situation of the year. As TV&T is going to gift himself an early sacrifice, and now Team Peps will be able to bully their way onto point pretty easily. And Twisted Mind's no choice but to give the space right now. Slightly quicker beat charge for FD God in all of this. Not too much else to speak of really, because it was a bit of a nothing burger first fight. Trying to retake here from the stairs side, Twisted Minds. Got both their DPS on point, difficult angle to peek. Astro not scared though. Sending those orbs, cops a body shot, drops the amp to keep himself alive. No amp, finish engaged now. Irony also onto the Kiri as well. And he's been behind on both support ults here, Peps. Oh, sorry, TM rather. So Twisted Minds might have to play this one quite slow. Difficult to bully this point in particular. It's so wide and open, the Sojin and Torb will do so much damage. And now they have support ult advantage. Twisted Minds are going to have to probably cop a disengage here. They should be aware of their support advantage here because it's first fight as well. They're going to go in. Astro gets the beat back. FD God goes all the way back. Kitsune rush now. Beat comes in, just about saves Ice Mech. FD God trying to make a little bit of space. They're stabilizing, but Ice is so low. Doesn't have the bomb for the mech. They make a mess of that support ult trade right now. They do it in verse ways rounds. Twisted Minds come out on top. And Ice just got so low before it happened. Now, even with that beat extra health, he just gets mowed down by all of that. And now, Twisted Minds get a retake. Felt a little bit easier than maybe it should have. Now it's just going to be DPS ults, overclocks, Molten Cores, everything like this. Molten Core very good for forcing point, but obviously Molten Core is very good for protecting point as well. So the touch might be a cancel each other out type situation. Maybe the real battle here will be between the overclock. Zodiac's got it slightly faster. Quartz has it in 3%. Overload coming through right... No, sorry, Molten Core coming through right now. Firing it all the way around. Overclock as well. Looking for it. Doesn't find anything quite yet. Quartz is going to pop his now, though. Looking for his. Lots of damage onto Ice. Ice will drop the self-destruct. Instant execution. Irony, though, the boot from FD God. Nearly causes problems for Quartz, but he catches. He punishes FD God for that attempt on Quartz's life. 3v3 situation. They have to commit to this fight here, Peps. Ice is coming back on Doom just to try and get there a little bit faster. TV&T trying to clear point. He is so low, though. He has the self-destruct. Remember, they have to touch right now. There we go, trying to cancel it, but the mech damage actually hits Ice, and Astro's got another bloody beat. How's he got another beat? He's got another beat. Twisted Mind's back in control of a point. Molten Core from Psycho there to help lock this one down. And Peps, they are forced to touch. Forced to touch. FD God will go for it. Gets away just about. Ice is so low. Dies to succumb. And they'll kill off these two low players who are forced to touch in the end. And after winning that support ult trade, Astro just way ahead. Wait, Zirion thinks he can clutch it. Zodiel and Zirion have found two. It's not over yet. Zodiel and Zirion on point, trying to take this duel. Irony will match it as well. Suzu has been forced. Diva all over Zodiel right now. He has to slide away. Quartz is trying to hunt him. Cops a body shot. Ice is back on point on the Diva. It's not over yet. Zodiel nearly has another overclock, and Quartz is going to get caught. Peps are scrapping their way out of this one. They need to keep Zodiel up. D-Mech now onto TVNT. Might not even need this in the end. And Peps are going to clutch out in his first fight. Zirion and Zodiel with the clutch. A classic XX combo. Peps kept investing ults. They believed in their ability to clutch, and they were right. They get the reward for it. They take first point. FD God now with the advantage. Overclock a piece as well. Molten Core advantage for Ken in this one. Zodiel's going to kick us off with Overclock right now. Quartz doesn't quite have it to match right yet. But Zodiel, the disengage seems reasonable. You know, Lucio, Kiri, Suzu, Matrix, lots of good ways to disengage ults. So keep our eyes on that one throughout this series. It's going to be a lot of weight on a good disengage. Or a lot of value on it. So nothing else on Overclock from Zodiel. Now it is Quartz's turn to have a crack at it. Ken might drop this Molten Core on point just to try and force it, maybe deny some of these angles. And looks like that's what they're going for as well. Quartz drops the Overclock right now. Only far back shots, trying to burn it on, but here comes the Molten Core. Has to be careful peeking. They're actually going to beat back, but Twisted Mind's they're quite far back. Slide away from Quartz. And FD God's going to die actually trying to push that advantage. It was a very early beat. They were quite far away when they dropped it there. And that's going to be Twisted Minds. I mean, barely even a disengage. It was just half a step back. Now the fly-in. Ice trying to get all over it. Suzu is good from Irony. Finds the gap through the Matrix. And we're going to try and disengage here. Peps, Kitsune Rush to try and turn the fight one more time. Irony has it to match. Astro has a beat ready to go as well. For Twisted Minds, the disengage is good again. Another support. Oh, that looks better right now. Suzu on support to try and help with the remake, but it's quite early. Ice gets around the corner, does get the remake. We'll keep battling for it. Remember, TM, they have had the point through all of this. Now the Kitsune Rush push from Irony. Disengage attempt right now coming through from Peps. The supports are separated. FD God taken for a ride. TVNT, he's found his hands, and they're going to be staggering out this baby Diva as long as they possibly can. Yep, long stagger there. One fight territory now for Team Peps. No ults with which to do it. Psycho has the Molten Core. And Twisted Minds right now, I mean, honestly, they're not having to do anything particularly special. Team Peps, these support ults, they're not connecting on any meaningful targets. Twisted Minds are just backstepping all of them. A game of disengages in this mirror. How is Astro dead? Daniel! Now Quartz is really low as well. Psycho's drop a Molten Core on point to try and help him out. Team Peps, they have to keep it contested. Remember, we were in overtime, so Ice is losing a decent chunk of that health. They're trying to push for flank at the same time. Zodiel's going to try and mark it as best he can. They need to keep touching, but TVT has found an opportunity to go on. They need to get the touch. Boot back, but they do trigger the overtime once more. TVT will die before getting the remake. Not quite over yet. Boot back again from Astro, but Zodiel does get the touch, but he dies for it. And Team Peps, nearly a winnable situation there, but the pressure of the objective causes them too many problems. They have to bleed into that. They have to try and go past the Molten Core. Costs Ice a lot of his health, costs Zodiel his life, costs it all in the end. Tied up 1-1 right now as we go on to point C, a fountain point. Overclock versus Overclock. Last time Zodius was pretty much kited for free, but it's Quartz who wants to start this fight off. He is found Ken as well. Suzu out, full Matrix as well. Ken is in trouble, trying to get out of there. Zodiel is weak as well. Zodiel peeks again. It's an Overclock gap for Quartz. He's getting the full pocket. TM might change lineup. They might change roster. But they are always pocketing their main man. And Quartz has given him the opening pick on here. Now he's looking for FD God. Considering a slide onto the high ground if he wants, but he knows the Torb is up there. He's going to go for it anyway. Catches it. Disruptor shot onto Ken as well. Suzu to keep Quartz going forward. He cleans everyone up on the high ground. Zodiac was found a trade with his Kitsune Rush on point though. But now Quartz, he has the high ground. Ice is going to try and respond to him right now. But Quartz is still getting this full pocket. Everyone is there to help their guy out. And they can't get to him. Defense is good. They got the first cap throughout all of that as well. Looking for a late kill here onto Zirion. TP is available, but still a bit of a ropey exit for Zirion. Just managed to get out. And now we're coming to the support ult trade again. Remember, Zirion tried to turn that fight with Kitsune Rush. Didn't find the value, so it's a double support ult situation with Twisted Minds versus just FD God's beat. They're going to have to try and work the Molten Core here, Ken. Maybe start with that ult to try and force Twisted Minds to respond. They have to be cautious of the disengage. Oh, an opening pick! Zodial catches Quartz as well. The main man is down. Now Kitsune Rush to respond. Molten Core from Ken to cancel that one out. There will be Come on the floor, so you can't stand on that Kitsune Rush. Ice is going to keep trying to bully point, and TVNT lost all of his HP. No bomb available. No remake available. And they will be forced back. Important pick from Zodial. Now a chance to hold forward. Psycho might just kick. He's so low. Ice is going to go on the kill. They can't quite get it, though. Psycho's still not out of the woods yet. Drops a turret to almost just acts as a bit of a body block on the one side. And now they will walk back up. Double support ult is now in the hands of Peps, though. That situation has reversed from a previous fight. Psycho has the Molten Core. Going on the flank right now. Turret maybe just as a bit of a bait. He's going to go for a really wide flank with this Molten Core. Back shots onto the Diva. Poking Ice back. We'll take care of that turret. Overclock just to clear the point from Quartz. But disengage is good. Now Zero responds with Kitsune Rush. Beat response from Astro. FD God has the later beat. Now they have to find kills of this Peps. They are diving on, but TVNT is there for the peel. Quartz is diving in for more, but they've lost Irony on the way in. They're pouncing on the Diva. Self-destruct is available for Ice. He invests it. Boot for Quartz. Gets taken out by that bomb. FD God with a little alley-oop there. And Team Peps looking good. This touch is going to be very tricky for Twisted Minds, if it's even worth going for at all. Ice is going to try and fight him early. Just happy to trade resources here. Make the touch really hard. 95% on the clock. Ice is going to try and get out now. Oh, he's lost mech here, actually. Maybe Ice has overplayed his hand. Maybe not, though. They do get the cap. Worth it for a mech. There's not really a super close ledge here. He's just going to go back to spawn and swap. Yeah, probably the best choice. They'll still have plenty of time before the point unlocks. And alright, Team Peps on the verge right now. I guess they didn't need to ban the Sojin, they just needed Zodial to nut up. Start taking it to Quartz in some of these situations, and eyes on Zodial again as he has this overclock advantage. Slide onto the high ground, looking for his opportunity. Disrupt a shot, pressure onto it as well. Can they chase any of these kills? Disengage from Twisted Minds. Zodial's going to swing one way, but they're not there. He can't find anything with the second half of this overclock. He's going to take this full rail left-hand side, but not any great opportunities just yet as well. Quartz is peeking back, actually hits the body shot. Kitsune Rush push comes out, and Team Peps are happy to concede the flip in exchange for disengaging this support ult. Now, no ults just yet. Self-destruct with CVNC, but that's more of just an emergency. I lost my mech button. Ken is going to come up to the next ult, this Molten Core. Easy enough to start a fight with this. Clear some space on the point. Until then, Sojin's farming rails, looking for opportunities. Ken just trying to poke his way in. Notice Ken has played a much narrower position right now, just playing with the core of his group in this matchup, compared to some of the flanks he was taking on Lijiang Tower. Molten Core's available now. A lot of Matrix has been traded, so maybe an opportunity for this. Just going at the chokes, and Zodial's done it again! And Astro! Get off the floor, mate! It's literally lava! Easy retake off the back of this Molten Core. And Team Peps find themselves in control of point just for the price of a Molten Core. It's on the trees, is it? Fuck. Can't believe Ken came in the trees. Now, support ult trade coming up. Team Peps have both ready to go. Twisted Minds, they only have the beat, so Psycho's going to have to try and find value out of this. Kitsune Rush just started from Ziri and Astro. Not beating back yet. They're just trying to cheat it completely. TVNT has lost a lot of health. They're still pushing for more right now. Ice is low. Beat comes from FD God. Astro will match it. Molten Core available for Psycho and Overclock from Quartz. DPS ult should be the difference maker here. They killed Ken already. Now the Overclock is walking forward. Team Peps are trying to hide from this one, but Zodial on the ropes, trying to find the dink right now. TVNT is just killing these isolated targets. Quartz doesn't find quite the value we would have hoped for with the Overclock, but it does enough, and Twisted Minds will get the flip. Chance for one more retake as Zodial resets on point. Remember, Team Peps, win this fight, they'll win the map, tie up the series 1-1 as well. But it's a difficult fight to work with. Zodial's going to be coming back with the Overclock, but Molten Core, Kitsune Rush, just a diva in general. Lots of great tools to make Zodial's life very difficult in this. And time is against Team Peps here. So a disengage is not really on the cards because they have to keep the touch going during all of this. Psycho can just let the Molten Core go on point. He's going to drop it all at the choke right now. Really hard touch right now for Team Peps. Ice is going to go for one little dink. Now the overclock from Zodiel. They need more space. Ice is going to take a lot of damage coming through. Now a Kitsune rush as well. The touch is really, really hard. They're not going to give a touch. FD God. I think Astro maybe played body blocker there. Self-destruct invested from Ice. Only kills the turret though. And they can't get the extra touch. But Molten Core, just too scary. I think FD God was going another route for it, but it seems like Astro had eyes on that. And now tied up 2-2. It's all to play for here on Saravasa. Quite literally. For all the marbles. TVNT has the bomb. Not too many ults to speak of. And Zodiel's just going to get caught on the rotate. Oh, just gets caught before the fight starts. Bit of a false start here for Peps. And team are going to look for a little bit more. Walking forward. Trading HB. Ice is going to get DMEX as well. We'll have to go back to spawn and swap. Hoping someone will just put him out of his misery. Seeing if they can get a trade there. But actually, Zyrion's actually found 2 trades in all of this. And Quartz is low. Ice is going to take the Jewel. TVNT is there's a Matrix Quartz, though. No respect from Ice. Will get taken down. That's a late death as well onto the tank. So if anything, actually, that'll work very much in Twisted Mind's favour. Molten Core coming back from Ken. Kitsune rush as well from Zyrion. But an overclock beat to go from Twisted Mind. So if they want, they could probably even play this one quite aggressively. They're posturing forward right now to get caught up to this rail. Kitsune rush from Zyrion. Maybe just going on point, but looks like Twisted Minds instead might be eyeing up a disengage. Overclock will come out. Kitsune rush in response as they try and turn the corner. Molten Core as well. Sent onto it, and Quartz has now traded 1 ult for 2, and this means Astro has a beat push advantage for this retake right now. Team Peps, they have to be ready to disengage. They need to buy time for Zodiel or FD God to get up to this beat. Has to be a disengage option, I think, here. Twisted Minds, clear advantage. You can see they're posturing to the back of the point right now. TVNT trying to bully his way in. They're far back, though. Gonna try and close some of the distance first if they can, Twisted Minds. Looking for their opportunity. Psycho trying to peek and clear the Diva. Can't get it done, though. Astro still has this beat, but look how close FD God is now. Kitsune rush to start it. FD God nearly has the beat, though. 99%. FD God's going to go for it. Gets the beat. Now Astro has the later beat, though. Catches everyone. Psycho drops the Molten Core into all of this as well. Ice is also low. Zodiel nearly at the overclock, but they're 2 down already. Zodiel gets 1 trade. He doesn't land the rail. Will save the overclock for this last retake. Massive fight right now for Peps. They're so close. They've been so close on this map multiple times. No ults for Twisted Minds. Zodiel has the overclock. Ice will have a self-destruct as well. All eyes on Zodiel. Any kill will be massive. Walking up, popping it now. Looking for something. Astro caught in his sights. Oh, response. Suzu is there. Suzu response as well. Both Suzu's out of play right now as Zodiel's going to swing for more, but Twisted Minds, they've disengaged it. But it's just a neutral right now. Quartz is still 30% off overclock. Ken is a little bit off, and Zyrion's actually going to have the next support ult, which if anything, Twisted Minds need to go before this if they can. Quartz has full rail, can't find anything, trying to poke out Ice right now. Zyrion 10% away, FD God is 1 HP. Will get away with that one right now. Quartz, full rail in hand again. Any pick will be massive right now. Zyrion has the Kitsune rush. He pulls the trigger. They have to touch Twisted Minds. They have to go forward into this. It's a C9! No hands, no legs! Oh, fuck. Of all the ways to lose it. I mean, it was a difficult fight. It's just too easy, KSA, you know? Just too easy. All love, though. Oh, that's a real disaster, though. Like, I know that was a really tough fight anyway, because it was Kitsune rush on point. They had to touch. Oh, but that's a tough way to lose it right now. Is he just half a second slow? Yeah. I mean, FD God gets the boop there, right? It's actually FD God, like, denies it, but like, have to be expecting the boop in this situation, right, from TVNT. So it's like, you either just need to go half a second earlier, or, like, go up and over the wall or something, right? Like, to take a route that's harder to stop or something. While we're here as well, I want to see some come in some trees. Let me see some come in some trees. Where was it? Was it right at the start of the fight? Or start of this point, rather? Agree with this one. Oh, that's a sentence. My wife is watching with me on the TV and doesn't know what a C9 is. I can't explain it. Can you try? So basically, I guess, I don't know how much Overwatch you've explained to her before, Chris, so I'll try and be as, I guess, like, entry level as possible. But basically, multiple times on Overwatch, there's an objective that you have to touch. And even there's some kind of timer at the top or some kind of percentage ticking up where you need to contest this point before the end, or the other team gets to capture the objective. So what you need to do is, if we're heading towards the clock, either running out of time, you know, ticking down to 0 seconds, or ticking up to 100% of full cap, slightly different game modes, but same concept. What you have to do if you're with a team not in control of the objective, you have to make sure you touch it to force an overtime situation so you have time to take the fight. If you don't touch it in time, they call that a C9, because basically you're just slow to touch the point. And then the round just ends because you were slow to touch it. Does that make sense? It's like the reason it's called a C9 is after the organization Cloud9, because there was one incident in a match where the team for that played for Cloud9 at the time. Not when Chris was there though. It wasn't Chris. Don't worry. It was a long time before that. But the team Cloud9, it happened to them a billion times in a map, loads of times. So they actually named it after them. Let me know if that helped, Chrissy, or if or if it's just two London coaches failing at at explaining Overwatch concepts. She says it makes sense. It's a lie. Okay, that's all right. I appreciate her manners. Right, sorry. I was wanted to see the come in a tree. Hopefully, I don't have to explain come in a tree. Oh, I see. Spotted. Oh, wait. What just happened? Why did my thing just do that? Come on, clean feed. There we go. Right, did you see it? Come in a tree. There we go. Professional caster. Professional caster. Can't explain C9, just wants to look at come in a tree. Come on a rock more like. I mean, if you want to get into the nitty gritty of it, you're right, it was on a rock. But you know me, I'm more on the Rush school of thought with this one, you know? Big picture kind of guy. Nitty gritty isn't for me. Poika knows what I'm talking about. Miss for C9? Oh, okay. I mean, it wasn't actually that spectacular as C9, it just kind of happened, you know? Just a little boot. TV and T slow to make the move. Yeah, they disengage for Kitsune Rush. TVNT's going to go for the touch. FD God, I'm pointing at my screen, you can't see. FD God gets a little boot, just enough to slow TVNT down. Doesn't work out. Yeah, Carrot Cave, let me get that one for you. The first thing you need to do is you need to come in a tree, Carrot Cave. And then... probably not finishing that one. Alright, Colosseo next. Sim ban from TM. Orisa ban? Alright, so the Sim ban, so as much as we talked about previous map about, you know, can we affect Quartz's ability to get on this Sojin? I mean, to be fair, they actually scrapped out that in the mirror anyway. Cheers, KSA, mate. Appreciate you keeping me on track. So, take the Sim ban away. Or take the Sim away with the ban. So, the kind of anti-hazard, or a big part of theory, half of the anti-hazard comp is taken away here. I've taken the bans off screen again. There we go. We'll get it. So, does this mean Team Peps wants to play Hazard? I think they can get away with it. Is Colosseo a particularly good map for it? I mean, I guess everyone was a good map for it a while ago. Orisa ban in response is a little bit weird. Unless Peps are going to go like something crazy, like, I don't know, what would you go? Like Junker Queen? I'm not sure. TVNT in again as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Orisa ban. I can't see the vision yet. They're just going to play... They're going to ban Orisa and just play the same heroes. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be a higher value one. Like, I mean, obviously, like, power of hindsight. If TVNT's going to roll out the Sig, you could have taken that one away. But yeah, it's going to take more of the same mirror. I mean, to be fair, if I am Team Peps, one thing I can say about just... Oh, we're just going to take the mirror against Quartz. I mean, they did literally just win Sarabatta, right? So, probably feels pretty toe-to-toe right now. Because it's literally toe-to-toe. Toes are touching. Alright, Sigma vote in theory in this type of first fight. Slow, pokey. Should favour the Sigma, should favour TVNT in this situation. Everything else mirrored. But a headshot here or there can still change everything. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Ice make the swap. Rox actually connects onto Zodial there. Don't have the follow-up though. Yeah, so my expectation with Ice would maybe swap onto Ramatra or even just mirror the Sig. Oh, but again, you might be on the right heroes, but the other teams still have guns. Disruptor shot will be eaten as TVNT tries to disengage from this Matrix. Walking back, though, can't get back behind his shield. And in theory, it should have been a nicer matchup, but as much as there's a lot of decisions around bans, a lot of decisions around maps, a lot of decisions around heroes and comps and everything like this, headshots still exist. You can still shoot your way out of most problems. Nice early pick from Zodial, and a quicker Kitsune rush here for Zerion as well. And as we get to this low ground to high ground fight, there's a real chance that actually, in many situations, the Diva will actually outvalue the Sigma here. Chance to just go take high ground with that Kitsune rush if they want, but instead Team Peps are actually taking a back step, maybe just trying to bait him into the corridor. And for what it's worth, TVNT has just swapped Diva immediately. Now the Kitsune Rush comes in, but what are they Kitsune? They're trying to Kitsune Rush the exit, actually. They've sort of cut them off. They've stranded them behind, but they're still quite far away from the Kitsune Rush. They've killed TVNT in the midst instead, so tank advantage. Baby Diva will die to the turret, and the rest of Twister's minds, they have to try and run. We'll get forced all the way back. And now a chance to put some real meters on the board right now, get themselves out from the corridor area. Double support ult available for Twisted Minds. 2 versus 1 situation. Expect Zodial to maybe just start with the overclock here. Try and force out an earlier support ult. Don't have to force anything too quickly though, Peps. They can just play to build these back up as well. Going to be a drop to the low ground here from Twisted Minds. Not a great angle for Zodial to really start the fight, but he's going to go into the high ground. He catches Astro. Suddenly that 2 support ult advantage exists. And oh my god, just headshots. Zerion's going to take him off. Take off Irony's heads as well. No chance to use support ults if you don't have a head. And Team Peps come out with a bang. And that's going to be checkpoint just like that. 2.5 minutes into this Colosseo. And all of a sudden, Zerion's almost up to his next Kitsune Rush. Almost going to lap him in this situation. Quartz has overclock advantage, of course, to start this fight. They're going to be more than happy. Overclock will be coming in. Are they just disengaging? Molten Core from Kent. They committed for Molten Core, but I feel like they were kind of out anyway. So a bit of a weird decision there from Ken. Even if they just wanted to full cheat the ult. But honestly, they had the ults to fight that. Yeah, actually, I think Pep should have just taken the fight, honestly. I think they had enough support ults to make it worth it. Instead, they're going to go back to the corridor part of this fight. Slow it down. They have double support ult now to match Twisted Minds. So a big trade coming in. There we go. Psycho has the Molten Core available, though, as Kitsune Rush comes out. Beat as well over the top. Slightly later ults, and now that Molten Core is being thrown onto that Kitsune Rush. Plowing forward, looking for Ken in all of this. Ken is trying to run out, but TVNT is hot on his heels. They win this double support ult trade again. Big help thanks to that Molten Core. Zerion still trying to play for trades, but not a single trade for Team Peps there. Now, Twisted Minds with their first foray forward now after that big fight win. Only bombs in play in the next fight for now. So all really about these soldiers, I think. It's been a relatively slow, pokey neutral. Looking for opportunities. Zodial doesn't connect his first rail. Farming up his next one now. Zodial's getting close to this next overclock, but Peps are probably quite happy to wait for that. Body shot only onto Astro. Peek back right now. You can see Zodial's just getting full pocket from Zerion. No need to rush into anything, Peps. They still have a substantial lead. Ice will lose his health and will have to concede a few more meters as a result. Onto the high ground now. TVNT has to keep eyes because Zodiel was getting very close. Now Overclock will have it slightly quicker than Quartz. Astro's gained a slight beat advantage during all of this as well. Now Zodiel, he has the Overclock ready to go. Will they push this advantage? Looking for his opportunity. Oh, Quartz is right there. Quartz is in front of him. Can't find the follow-up shot. Headshot onto Irony. Finished off by Ice. Now they push around. Quartz shouldn't be getting to this ult now. Body shot damage in still. Astro's going to get tagged up. They're all quite low. They've killed Ken. And TVNT is going to try and get the bomb. Can he find the remake? He's killed FD God with the bomb. Ice will bomb in response right now. And Zodiel just seemed to hesitate. Was hoping someone would come back and peek him, but maybe an opportunity to push even deeper. And now all of a sudden, Twisted Minds, they're back. Kitsune rush out of Zerion to force this one. Twisted Minds, they have the beat on the low ground if they get in trouble, but they're just trying to kite it. They get Psycho round the corner. Ice is still pushing. TVNT is low. Amp from Funny Astro. And Twisted Minds successfully disengage. Now they have a 2v1 support ult situation. Overclock to start from Quartz right now. Trying to take the step back. Turret will die quickly. Beat back now from FD God, but Astro has a much later beat opportunity. Will catch everyone with that one. Well, except for Irony, but Quartz got it. And they catch FD God on the way out now. And Quartz doesn't quite have a rail when he goes for that jump. TVNT trying to clear top right now. Make some space. Molten Core response from Ken. He's going to die for it, though. Fighting on point right now. Kitsune Rush has been used. Ice is going to get caught. Maybe even staggered out here. Yeah, Ice is going to go die on point. And Twisted Mind's right back in this one. Will secure the cap. Team Peps have a chance to fight before lead, but they are going to fight into a Molten Core. Are they going for cap? They should be able to. Ice is going to make a move for it. Molten Core on point now. He's going to make the touch hard. Are they going to concede flip as a result? It's literally everywhere from Psycho. Just trying to bully him away, and now be lead conceded as a result. Trade an ult for lead like that. Probably okay with it, Twisted Minds. Now they're going to peek around the corner. Everyone is brawling, but they're kind of just in the open here. Ice is losing all his XP. Zerion has to de-peek. No Suzu available. Zodiel just about lives. Disruptor shot causing problems. They're having to reset. Kitsune rush out of a choke right now, but they lose Ken on the way out. TVNT is still low, but has the bomb. Ice is trying to clear some space. Suzu push, and Quartz is forced off. Psycho not so lucky. He will perish. And Quartz is now super weak health, and they will just die on point. 26-meter lead as a result, and Twisted Minds are right back in this one. They'll clean up the Baby Diva, clean up the Kiriko, and a chance to go forward. FD God has the B, Astro has the B, Zodiel and Quartz Overclock. Overclock, very similar looking ult situation. Even bombs are mirrored at this point. If it's a slow start to the fight, as it so often has been, Irony will get up to this Kitsune rush as well, giving Twisted Minds another double support ult situation. Overclock to make all the difference, though. We've seen headshots come up trumps in these matches already. Now, Quartz and Zodiel both popping it. Beats will come through from both. Ken doesn't catch the beat, actually, from FD God in all of this. Quartz, though, just shooting into a lot of overhealth. Can't find any meaningful kills. It'll be a stalemate. But now Irony. Oh, they catch FD God, and Irony has Kitsune Rush advantage. Ice is going to go for the bomb, but they've already lost two. Ice won't get back into mech. And maybe it's falling apart for Peps as we enter these final couple of minutes. Has he got magnets in his shoes or something? I don't know. Maybe Astro's fine with a boot. Maybe there's some kind of credit we can give. Difficult situation now. 2 minutes left on the clock. Twisted Minds already have an advantage, and they have 2 more ults to throw into this one. Kitsune rush here, and it's going to have to be a disengage from Team Peps. They should be able to get out of this one, but honestly, if they want, Psycho can even drop this and keep going. Don't need to over-invest here. The lead is pretty substantial as they get to this final section of Coliseum right now. Zerion has Kitsune rush, and Psycho can just save to counter that out too. Maybe a wiser choice given the lead they already have. If you are Twisted Minds, bleeding time off the clock right now is your main objective. Kitsune rush will come out. Psycho will respond. Molten Core going on it right now. Irony has been forced to TP, but Zerion also really low. We will just get focused down by TVNT. They're not able to clear him. They can't make use of that Kitsune rush. Zerion gets caught too far forward. And TVNT stabilizing right now. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Team Peps trying to just stall out. TP and Suzu as Ken's going to respond with this Molten Core. Sends it all the way out, sending it into the sky. Doesn't really stop this payload moving, though, and Zodiel's going to take a step forward. Ice is in Baby Diva in all of this, remember. This is why it's so hard. Now the beat push comes in, and FD God 1% short. Zodiel's going to die before he gets it. FD God catches for 3 remaining players there. Ken's good for a trade, but they need more out of this. They need to touch point as well. And it's in the end, Gonna be a full cap for Twisted Minds here with 47 seconds left to spare.
Victory.
Whew. Alright. Alright, let me go grab a drink. Ooh. TM bouncing right back into this one. You see the KD's in map 2? Yeah. Oh wait, no I didn't. Wait, it was that map? No, it's map 1 I'm thinking of. We're gonna look at both scoreboards. I'll leave you on this. I'm gonna look quickly, but I'm also gonna go grab a drink as well, and I don't want to miss the start of the next map really. So I'll try and be quick. We'll look at this though, and then I'll leave you with it as well. This was map 2. This was for Siravasa. Ooh, 10 and 11 deaths here for FT and Ice. They won this game. They won this map, by the way. They won this map. 36 and 4 for Quartz. Yeah, I mean, the scoreboard doesn't tell you everything, right? It doesn't tell you everything. Alright, I'll leave you this one. Yeah, 12 and 1 and lost. KD's are fraudulent, guys. KD's are fraudulent. Alright. Let me be right back. Let me grab a drink. Oh. Have we got anything yet? Was that a sub? Soon in. Are we going to Dorado? Wait, what? Soon for Kevstar? When did Peps get Kevstar? I can't believe they've snatched Kevstar. Imagine being Chris, watching this with your wife, and you find out your star player's gone. Join Peps. Oh, imagine being Kevster and finding out this way. Not only are you on Peps, Kev, you've just been benched. You've been benched for soon. Old man still got it. You did not sign off on that trade. Who did you get, Chris? Overwatch version of the Luka trade. I don't know a lot about basketball, but I think now I get it. Now I finally understand. All right. Ooh. All right. Peps. Okay, we're going to Havana actually. So we're gonna play Tracer Widow then. Peps have banned Kiriko, so it feels like Peps wants to play, I guess, a slower comp and want to try and stop some kind of like Kiri Lucio type comp coming out here from TM. TM are gonna ban Widow in response right now. Don't want to take the matchup. I mean, I guess if TM's plan isn't to just play a slower comp as well. Did we see if it was TVNT or Paddy in? Was TVNT still in? Was it just for Pep sub that came through? Quartz is scared. It's alright. We'll get some Bembest cope on the next Uncoachable. Why wouldn't you just mirror Widow? Somebody wake Max up. So I guess the Widow ban implies they just want to play a different type of comp completely, right? Just keep playing like a Kiri Lucio Diva comp here. And Peps want to try and slow it down, maybe play a greedier backline. They banned Widow because Singh can't play anything else. Yeah, TVNT's still in. TVNT's probably a better Sigma than Ice, right? Oh, funny Astro Bat. Alright, so Twisted Mind's on the defense, so their comp is locking it. So they're just going to take the mirror, but they don't want to take the Widow version of the duel. So I guess they're just trying to bully Soon. Soon's going to play Tracer. And this is probably going to feel pretty bad into the Torb, right? Probably going to feel pretty bad up for the Torb. Sorry, 2 seconds, chat. I will lock in. I promise. Alright, locking in. Alright, Astro on Baptiste as well. It's going to be Bat Brig on the other side from Peps as well. So in theory, I think I've lost all my quality, but it tells me it's HG. Why Soon on the far right? Because it lines up with his political beliefs. Twisted Mind's now happy to mirror this comp. In theory, the difference here is if it's just a slower fight, Irony should, in theory, get more value, can help support these angles a lot better. You see him already on that high ground, trying to play for that. On the other hand, the Bat Brig can, in theory, bully the Sigma trade in the front line here. Soon trying to get in and bully us out, but this is a really, even with the Brig full support here from FD God, it's in theory quite tricky. Stairs also quite tricky at this age. Playing on the low ground, Rail is a miss from Quartz. He's trying to fight up here, but it feels like Psycho and Irony are just going to have this on absolute lock. Quartz is going to join him on the high ground. Lamp is already invested to save Ice from all of this. Soon has done nothing but shoot most of the turrets so far, and he will be forced out right now. One more blink, just get out, but Irony has taken down FD God. FD God doesn't have the luxury of 3 blinks to get out of that one, and complete control for Twisted Minds. I imagine Team Peps have probably tried to gamble now. Twisted Minds basically wouldn't do this. Would also be forced to play like a Bat Brig or something, so it puts like Astro and FD in a similar situation. Now Ice going to try and take this corner again. Slight ult advantage for TVNT, but it's actually Quartz who has this rail up first. Will pop it early. Lots of damage. Soon has been forced out. Ice is in big trouble. Lamp has been used. Matrix 2. Rock from... Oh! Little spin from Isabo. Actually turned that kill as a result. Now onto the high ground. Zodiel once more. Boot back will knock him down. But an opening pick now for Team Peps. Oh, and they catch TVNT as well. Stagger kills will go a long way here, Peps. Teosys might have to be careful. And Psycho is stuck behind enemy lines. FD God and Zodiel are going for him. Psycho is in big trouble. Hit him for Dinks though. FD God's going to drop. They need to kill the turret. The turret's killed soon. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Psycho's won. He's got 2 kills in the 1v3. Unbelievable fumble from Peps. I guess it was a 3v2. You can't forget the 6th man. Don't count him out. The turret did work. And the window back out from Funny Astro will secure a stabilization for Twisted Minds on this first point. Window right back now from Zerion. Matrix still available from TVNT. Rock will come out, trying to cancel that Captive Sun, but doesn't get it. And Quartz has actually lost the duel, but... Oh! Looks like the Captive Sun. One trigger triggers the other one, and Irony will get 2 kills. This will be another reset. 1 minute left on the clock from Peps. Should get staggered out here. Ice wants to turn it. Low HP Flux. Trying to get it off as Irony takes his duel on the flank. Don't know what's happening with that Flux, but it's forced Astro's Lamp. Twisted Minds are okay. But Ice has managed to live thanks to that Flux. Soon coming in. Going out. Irony doesn't seem to have any respect for him. Do you not know about his legacy, Irony? Psycho's still taking this fight. Psycho's got him contained. FD God is coming here with him, trying to force him out. Force will get the turret. We'll get the pylon, rather. Now we'll get the turret. Molten Core coming out right now. Out the choke from Psycho. Zodiel has popped the overclock, but needs a little bit more help. This is going to limit his ability to swing. Force was considering going left-hand side, but doesn't commit to it right now. Sigma spam coming onto Zodiel right now. Stuck behind this car. Will slide onto the high ground. Looking for this rail opportunity. TVNT trying to keep this one marked as well. Nearly another window for Zerion right now. Slightly ahead of Astro here. Quartz is on the high ground, getting poked out. Trying to catch the slide. Misses it the opportunity, though, as this window comes round. Window back from Astro right now. Ice has taken a decent amount of space, but we are into overtime. Meanwhile, soon we'll take down the turret, but Psycho is re-pushed and killed for Brig. Pocket now is good from Astro. Keeps everyone topped up as well. Desperate situation. Irony with the Captive Sun. Captive Sun is going to trigger onto Ice as well. He's in big trouble. They need more Pocket. Irony now has the angle onto the high ground. Flux from TVNT should be the finisher. Soon finds a late kill. Maybe not quite afterwards yet. Zodiel's found a kill as well. TVNT's killed one on point. They're flooding on. It's a 2v2. TVNT is low. Irony is there with a Pocket. TVNT kills one. All on Soon. He nearly has the pulse bomb. But TVNT gets all the cleanup. And now, all of a sudden, I mean, it looks pretty winnable, doesn't it? Looks pretty winnable right now for Twisted Minds. Match point. Yeah, I mean, Soon's struggling, but Kai's right. It's a really hard matchup. Like, this Tracer Brig trying to push the Torb Ilari. It's just really hard. Like, you see him going through, and he's having to clear the pylon, he's having to clear the turret. All the while, Psycho is just taking, like, pretty lethal pot shots at him. Same as Irony. Irony's got the boop as well as they try and come on those stairs. I don't know if in reality Soon would have been better just, like, ignoring that part of the flank, right? Ignore that part of the flank, go far left, try and take that far left space away, maybe set up another flank, and then have FD God maybe play a little bit more contained. Just play to, like, help Ice in the Sigma trade or something. The problem with that is obviously you just concede the high ground to Torb Ilari and all of that. But maybe it just comes down to that. I mean, in reality, yeah, or just swap, yeah. I'm solving for Soon. I'm solving for Soon, Kai. But yeah, really big struggle. And honestly, you have to remember, they actually fumbled as well, because they had that huge opportunity, then Psycho gets 2 unbelievable trades, him and his turret. Soon playing this right-hand side, TVNT already poking. They can afford no mistakes here, Team Peps. It needs to be perfect for the fuller hold in this situation. Healing pylons will go down. Lamp forced early from Astro. We'll slow it down as a result. Oh, Zodiel's good for 1. Same problem obviously with Twisted Minds in terms of clearing this high ground, but now we should see it the other way. In theory, if they can get control of this right-hand side, Psycho and Irony can bully out, and Zodiel's going to get caught, and that's one pick. You can see Psycho and Irony trying to bully back this Tracer. They're trying to keep him contained. Worth saying FD God is not on the brig, but is actually on the Alari now as well. But now Irony, they have space, and they're trying to make their way up the stairs. Dink onto Soon. Trying to pocket him through this one is FD God. FD God is also 1 HP as well. Looks like, yeah, trying to come top to deal with it. Rock coming through to clear it, but Astro gets the kill. They deal with, they win the fight on top massively, and that's 3 kills, and it might just be over. Going to be a late kill for Ice as well. Payload is rolling this entire time. And it's going to be a desperate touch. Soon should be able to get the touch. But he's going to have to get the touch, get forward for Pulse Bomb. Zerion's going to have to get coupled with the window. Ice is going right now. Soon will drop the recall right now. Doesn't quite have the Pulse Bomb yet. Zerion dies as he windows. Quartz is going to kill 2, and it's just over. Question marks about why we were even here, why we were in this matchup. In a situation where you allow TVNT to play Sigma. Has to be his best hero as well. And that's the GG's. Twisted Minds, they recover. Why was Soon in? I guess they wanted to play Widow, and I mean it was what Cassie said actually, isn't it? Soon just gets put in this situation where the heroes he plays, I feel like I've only really seen him play like Tracer, Ashe, and Widow. And none of them feel that great. None of them feel that great in that situation. What other... Oh, no, it was map 4, wasn't it? So it was just Escort they had to pick from. What would have been better for him? I mean, honestly, probably would have been better. It's just not putting Soon in. Just keep taking more of the mirror, because that mirror was pretty even. I know at Colosseum they kind of got pushed at the end, but yeah. Seems just a Widow merchant these days. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't, like, honestly, it felt like the biggest part, or some of the biggest gap was just the Torb. I don't know why they wouldn't just try and force maybe more of a same matchup than a Torb or something. Because it felt like Ken was struggling on that hero throughout. Honestly, never should have taken Kevster out in hindsight. You can check the stats, yeah. I mean it's a full hold into like pretty immediate push. Yeah, I mean pretty, what was it, 2 and 4 for Soon, 1 and 7 for FD. I mean it was on brig for most he's on brig for most of that. Irony 0 deaths. Good on you, Irony. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they just felt in massive control. You look at that. You look at like how much they were investing into that flank battle, in terms of like how much time, like how much time we were on to like Soon or FD God POV, and we were just watching them on this flank battle, and they were just making 0 progress, right? Like there was not even any. It didn't feel like Irony or Psycho were ever in danger. Yeah. That's why I was thinking just go the opposite side. Or just play a different hero or something, you know? Or I think they did it in one of the fights where they took the space, then they all went top. Interview. Or player of a match TVNT. Reasonable? I don't know, the Sigma I was definitely better on the Sigma. I don't know. I don't know who else it would be. I feel like Zodiel and Quartz actually felt pretty even. Like Quartz started way stronger, but it felt pretty even. Maybe Psycho? Eh. Irony? I mean, Irony did actually have insane stats and all of it, right? Support ults were better as well. That probably felt like the biggest difference in the mirror. The number of kites that Twisted Minds got away with, right? Yeah, I could cop an Irie one, actually. I think that's like a decent shout. Irony Redemption arc. For the one game he's played. 2 games he's played. Just Sim and Sorb. You're so back. Just gotta keep your feet out of the lava, mate. Morning, Goofy.
Oh, who should be joining us via voice. Psycho, hope you can hear us. Of course, congratulations on the dub today. First things first, before we even chat about the match, I want to talk about you personally as a player, because Jack was mentioning the Torp gene and that you got it. Yeah. What do you think the Torp gene is, and like how does that show up on the server?
Can you guys hear me? Just making sure.
Yeah, yes, we got you.
Okay, perfect. The Torb gene, I don't know, because I mean Torb is a pretty small character, so I don't want to associate it with height. So I don't know what the Torb gene is, to be honest. I'd just be chilling. So, yeah.
Maybe that's the Torb gene. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, just chilling. Yeah, maybe.
To play Torb.
I mean,
yes, exactly. You just lay back in your chair.
It's such an awkward question to answer.
On a turret, like on Havana, and you just hope that someone dies to it.
Yeah, dude, you just find the one angle and then you just start left clicking and you won't hit headshots because they just run at head level and it's it's all over.
Exactly.
Twisted Minds, obviously, you had a kind of a disappointing start. Obviously, a lot of the fans were expecting TM to come out the gate swinging. You're 0-2. Obviously, the meta's been a bit funky here and there and everywhere. But now you have Quartz back on Sojourn. You have yourself being able to flex to things like Torbjorn as well. How do you see your team's chances in the next few weeks? Is this a 5-2 ending for you at the end of stage 1?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I mean, coming into the first 2 weeks, to be honest, we had like internal issues figuring out comms and everything, even comps. I mean, you saw us yesterday, we tried like Sim Torb because we saw it in Korea, which maybe wasn't the best choice. And now we're gonna, I think, stick to Quartz playing hitscan and then me being subbed in and everything, you know.
It was Psycho dropping me off.
I mean, I think, like you saw today, I think it was, to be honest, pretty promising. Compared to yesterday, we played way better. And I think, like, even in scrims, we always played good, by the way. It's just officials that we've struggled in. So I think if we can figure that out like we did today, we'll be ending, what, 5-2? Yeah, I think 5-2.
You got the Zephyr gene, maybe, the Scrim God.
Yeah. We just got the Scrim Bucks, the classic.
That's right. You got a lot of them, because I've definitely heard some great things about how Twisted Minds were doing in scrims, but very sad to see that not quite translate over until today. So when you take a look at maybe where you would like to see the meta go, are you happy with just being able to lean into the strengths of everybody, or do you have sort of like something on your bucket list of something you'd like to be able to play in the next couple of matches, like if you're...
Yeah, I mean that's a great question. I mean, personally, I hate Torb. It's just like, you know, I like my Tracer, my Echo, my Genji, the carry heroes, you know, the one where I can express my skill on. But here I'm just chilling on Torb, shooting one angle, placing down a turret. But you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. At least we can play Quartz and hitscan. But yeah, if I were to choose a meta, it would probably be a Tracer meta or like an Echo meta. Those are my favorites. But I'm okay with playing Torb sometimes.
You know what? Whatever gets the dub, right?
Exactly.
Well, we hope to see not just more of your Torb, but also everything else that you have up your sleeve, because we know there's just so much depth and versatility to your roster. Psycho, congrats once again, and best of luck in your next match.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.
All right, time for NA. Yeah, I got a question. I feel like I'm gonna come back to it again, but I feel like both these series we've watched today in EMEA, I've got serious questions of why we went the places we did. Like that last one on Havana. What are the other options? It's root. Probably, like, I don't know. Do you just go root and keep forcing the same type of matchup? Like maybe take the Torb out of the equation, right? Maybe try and find something a little bit more comfortable for Ken. Who's for Peps coach? Is it just the Renegade again? Let's see. Is the Renegade? Okay, yeah. I don't know. It's your best map. I guess Dorado feels awkward for him as well. Like, it feels like a bit of a weird pick into TM. I know they lost for Colosseo, but it feels like that was the closest they were in at any point, right? I can't remember, no idea. Doesn't ring a bell for me. If you really want Sunin, you gotta protect Widow at least. I think just, yeah. Oh! Thank you, Chow! I appreciate it, mate. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome, everyone. North America just started. Did TM win? Yeah. Yeah. Good win. Good win for TM. Reasonably comfortable. I mean, probably got more, like, for Colosseo and Havana especially. Pretty comfortable win. But yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks, Chow. Have a good night. Whoa! Spilo doesn't even... For 7, Spilo doesn't even get a notification. Grow up, Spilo. Welcome to the 7 million people, but respectfully, grow up, Spilo. Oh yeah, you're going to the big thing, aren't you, Spieler? You got the invite. Don't know where my bloody invite was. Unbelievable. Spielo's gonna get all the inside goss. I'll just have to wait. I'll just have to wait with the working class outside the pearly gates. Get the news with everyone else. You'll handle it? Cheers, Spilo. Be the man on the inside. Unbelievable you're trying to take solo credit for that, but it's actually kind of on brand. They didn't invite me. No. Of course they didn't invite me. I think the real snubs, though. The real snubs aren't me. You know who the real snubs are on that list? It's Cran and Cloudy, no? Where are Cran and Cloudy? I mean, maybe they got invited and said no. But, because surely they're both, like, 2 of the biggest streamers in EMEA. Oh, good shout, Sunku. Whoa! Thank you, Puika.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Oh, thank you as well, Unbound. Let me just change over.
Amplify fighting.
Amplify fighting. You think they've got it in them? The upset? Stealing the mods' jobs? Trying to. What buttons am I pressing?